I think, what's interesting about Power of the Person when it started, it's about, finding the strength in the community to build a stronger community. And I can't think of anybody better than Doreen Bilezikian, who embodies what it means to be strong.
Doreen has really been a tremendous philanthropic presence in the community. Both she and her husband Chuck formed the Bilezikian Family Foundation, which has been funding a variety of causes from P-Town to the canal.
A little bit about Dee Dee, or Doreen. We call her Dee Dee. She is a force in the best way possible. I've looked up to her since I was a little girl. She has always encouraged me to do my best and never to let the world take away anything from me. From day one, Dee Dee's always adored the grandkids. Every time I see her, she's the first person, if I pull into her driveway, she's the first one out the door. Hi, it's so great to see you. Oh my goodness, look at you. And she's so inviting, and I always feel super excited to see her and see what's new with her life.
Well, my oldest son says he's the oldest employee of Christmas Tree Show. And because we used to pay him to take out some of the rubbish. And it was just a fun time because, the family was together. We did it all together, and we had to get ready for the weekend, and we didn't have that help, nor the money to even pay for extra help. So there were all those things we had to do ourselves.
We worked in the warehouse, we worked in the stores, we worked taking trash, and we had this father who was sort of this above all, and there was our mother there making sure it sort of all went well. She was a buyer, she was advertising, she was public relations. She was always there supporting the business. And as a mom, I think she did the best she could educating, well, I'll say me, but both of us, making sure we had good educations. That was important to her.
I didn't really think of it until after we sold the business and moved on and kind of reflected on it. But with all of the personal relationships and work, providing the jobs, the training, the education, upward mobility, those were kind of internal philanthropic things to provide it on such a big scale. It was almost like a tech school, that we ran, and it was our business too.
One of the things that I learned from watching Doreen is that she's a really good listener. And I think that's really important when you're trying to affect change in a community. Being a good listener has to be followed, though, by asking good questions. You can't just listen and affect change. You got to question. And then what Doreen has done is she has participated in the solutions. And that's what makes a community stronger. You got to listen, you got to question, you got to participate in the solution. And Doreen is an amazing mentor for all of us to say, this is how it's done.
I'm just really thrilled to have had the opportunity to work with her and know her well and recognize the tremendous contribution that she's made to the Cape Cod community, and very generously of her time, but also her treasure, and continues to find the need to help various nonprofit organizations on the Cape. There's a lot of things that she and her family have done over the years that not a lot of people know about, and they've done it quietly and without a lot of fanfare and without press releases and all that stuff that seems to be the norm. But they do terrific work, and we're just so terribly grateful for her presence in the community.
Really, the foundation that really was to keep the family together, and to have everybody, all the members of the family participate in the foundation. And I'm happy to say 3 of my grandchildren came to the last meeting. 1 called in from California, and 2 were here physically. They asked good questions, and they participated, and they were interested. So hopefully that next generation will keep the foundation going.
Dee Dee is wonderful. She is amazing. She's been such a role model for me growing up. I think now more than ever in this part of my life, I've really been able to appreciate having this force of a woman be like such a big part of my life. And now in retrospect, I can see how her life and her story and her approach to life has impacted mine.
Well, Doreen, I am so happy that you are getting the recognition. You are so deserving of it. You're awesome. I love you. Congratulations.